Hey folks, today I was reading from Job chapter 1, verse 21. And he said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." As I meditated on that verse this morning, I realized that I did nothing to cause my own birth. I didn't cause the right sperm, the right egg to get together and fertilize. I did not nourish myself in my mother's womb. I did not cause the uterine contractions to actually push me out of the womb. And on the other end of the spectrum, though I can eat well, I can exercise, and I can get plenty of sleep, I cannot stop the inevitability of the aging process and ultimately death. God gives life, and God takes life as His sovereign will decrees. So why is that important for us to know as homeschoolers? It's ironic, even though we don't cause our birth, we can't stop death, somehow we think that we can do this in between, this thing called life, without God. And I say that because of our lack of prayer. Our dependency upon prayer is a direct reflection or revelation of how much we understand our dependence upon the Holy Spirit. If we know that we need God, we're going to pray more. If we think we've got it, we're not going to have much of a prayer life. The most important thing we can do as parents is to be on our face, literally before God. Now, most of us are not in full-time ministry, so we might not be able to spend an hour at a time before God like pastors should and probably do, but we can all spend 15 minutes a day in the morning, to get up 15 minutes earlier, to be on our face, prostrate before God, saying, "God, we need you in our home." It is God that gives our children's insights. It's God who can take it away. So we must seek God. And folks, we would save so much time if we would do that. Just last week, in preparing for our Southern Conference, I misplaced the speaker checks, or so I thought. And I looked over an hour, and the more I looked, the madder I was getting, until finally one of my kids said, "Dad, have you prayed about it?" "No." I said, "No, I haven't." So I went to a room by myself, and I just took a few minutes to say, "God, I've got to find these checks. I'm on the clock here." And almost immediately my mind started seeing these things, in my mind. I remember putting those checks in an envelope, and all of a sudden it dawned on me, I put that envelope in the cash drawer and had already packed it so I'd be ready to go. So in my proactiveness, I forgot. And I went there, and sure enough, there they were. So I spent an hour, and I could have just had a 5-minute prayer and taken care of that. Does that make sense? So homeschoolers, we've got to pray for God's hand of mercy. God can accomplish more in just a few minutes than we can accomplish all day without God. We cannot cause our birth. We cannot stop our death. How can we think we can handle anything between there without God? This is Kirk Smith with ICHE's Take 5, reminding you that God gives and God takes away. So let's seek God today.